Welcome to Longevity Now, Longevity Now FL. I'm Luigi Fontana, Scientific Director of the Charles Perkins Center RPA Clinic and Longevity Program at the University of Sydney. All opinions expressed in my videos are my own. Today, I would like to make some comments about a paper that has just been published in BMJ by the group of Andrew Chen from Harvard. So this is an epidemiological studies of the effects of maternal consumption of ultra-processed food on the subsequent risk of offspring of developing overweight and obesity. So it's based on the setting basically is the Nurse Health Study 2 and the Growing Up to Date Study GUTS 1 and 2. So in this study, they analyzed almost 20,000 mother-child pairs, followed by a median of 4 years. And to make a long story short, what they are finding is that even after they adjust for established maternal risk factors and offspring's ultra-processed food intake, physical activity, and sedentary time, maternal consumption of ultra-processed food during the child rearing period was associated with overweight or obesity in offsprings. There was a 26% higher risk in the group with the highest maternal ultra-processed food consumption compared to the lowest consumption group. And these associations were not modified by age, sex, birth weight, gestational age of offspring, or maternal body weight. So again, this is another piece of evidence suggesting that what mothers eat during the child development has long-term consequences for their health, and in this study for the risk of developing overweight and obesity. So I don't have time to go into the details, but if we look at some of the mechanisms, because I think it's interesting to speculate what could be some of the mechanisms mediating how what mothers eat independently of everything else is influencing the risk of their kids of developing obesity. So one hypothesis is that basically there is a long-term in utero imprinting due to gene by environmental factors, but most likely some epigenetic modification of offspring risk of obesity. And another hypothesis that is very interesting is that some of the additives contained in the ultra-processed foods like salt, some emulsifiers, sugar, artificial sweeteners can induce a pro-inflammatory change of the gut microbiome that is increasing the risk of obesity. For example, emulsifiers like polyascorbate 80 and carboxymethylcellulose increase the pro-inflammatory potential of human gut bacteria, as has been published in other studies. And these particular emulsifiers are, for example, found in beverages and dairy-based desserts like ice creams and frozen yogurt. So again, another piece of evidence suggesting that we should be very careful on what we eat. We should stay away from ultra-processed food and consuming real food, whole food, minimally processed, mainly plant-based, because again, this industrial food not only has an impact on men and women and on kids, but based on this study, it might also have an effect in shaping the epigenetic and gut microbiome metabolism, and therefore increase the risk of children of becoming obese independently of what the kids are consuming. So very, very interesting and a very important and strong message. Thank you for listening, as always.